Welcome along to your weekly GA show, Lorna Páirce here on WLR, with thanks to PwC Waterford. Thomas McCarthy here till 7 o'clock. Well, this week we travel back in time to the 8th of July 2017, when Waterford enjoyed their first championship win over Kilkenny in 58 years. It finished 423 to 222 in favour of Derek McGrath's side, and all-star forward Maurice Shanahan will look back at that magical Saturday night in Semple Stadium. Later in the hour, Sean Michael O'Regan will tell us about how the county board are dealing with the COVID-19 lockdown, and GA writer with the Irish Independent Martin Breheny will pick his top Déise hurler and footballer of the past 20 years.
70 minutes to the side, who will make it in to the quarter-finals? Waterford gets the first touch from the throw-in. Kevin Moran goes down inside his own 65. Páirce isn't looking to the stand, he's looking at the post and he sends it over the bar. No one in the terrace, that didn't affect the Ballygunner man, puts it over to the bar. The opening score to Waterford, Páirce Manny. Chris Bulger being warmed up for Kilkenny, not the best of line ball, cut off by the Brick. Brick feeds it to Ozzy in space, Ozzy has a look, Ozzy takes a shot, and Ozzy sends it over the bar. The experience of Brick there, held it up, and out came Ozzy, back to his brilliant best, sent it over the bar. Lovely score, Austin Gleeson. Ball is with Ty de Burka, he's on the 65, it's going to drop short inside. Bennett snaps it and drags it, he's back down. Good chance for a goal here. Martin Brick takes a shot. Goal! It's a goal for Waterford. Brick wants to deliver. Shane Bennett set it up, gave it to the Brick. I think we'd have got the advantage rule. It could have been a free for Waterford. Play on, says the referee, and no better had to play on than the Brick was. Waterford balls to the linesman. Derek and Brian having a few words there. Brian leaving his box, coming up to Derek. And the linesman said, back you go, Brian, to the roars.
Fourth official, telling Brian Cody to go back.
The ball breaks back to the Brick. Where did he come out of for there? Gives the ball to Bennett. Bennett takes it. It's a goal! A goal for Waterford! Brick the grave of the old man.
Brick again.
To the old man from Benny Stagger. 2:13 to 1-9. What a finish by the youngest on the team. Created by the old man himself, the 34-year-old, playing like a 14-year-old. Well done, Brick. What a finish for Bennett. Ballysackers may have plays tonight. If they keep this up, ball in the middle of the field. Jamie Barron takes the ball through, looking for Maurice Manny. Waterford win it. Jamie Barron from the throw-in, gone inside the 45. Still Jamie going forward as fellas make their way back from the loo down under the stand, but Jamie wasn't under the stand, he was on the field, running forward, gets the ideal start. Second point for Jamie, and what a start to extra time for Waterford. Fives from the puck out again. What a game that Turin Farmer is having. Bursting out. Granny Bernadette, if she's listening in the kitchen, will be happy with that. Ball in the middle of the field. Kevin Moran, the captain, to Austin Gleeson. Lovely ball through to Jamie. Jamie's gone inside the 45. He has space. Morris is to his left, but he's going straight down the jugular. Takes his shot. But yes! What a goal!
Jamie Moran, brilliant. What a goal.
Paddy Dorine is absolutely in the stand. His clubmate, his neighbour, rats the net. Austin Gleeson. It's from the middle of the field, and it's over the bar at the Canada end. The blue and white flags are up to 7 all.
The minute he hit the ball, he'd been shaking his fist in the air. Well done, Ozzy Gleeson again. Brilliant score.
Darren sends it live, dropping inside the 45. Kilkenny 45. Ball is with Morris. He's gone inside the 20. Morris has a chance. Yes!
Oh,
Maurice Shanahan failed to get it on the first attempt. Got it in the second. He stared down the eye of Owen Murphy. Crashes to the back of the net. 4-19, 2-19. Tommy Ryan, what an introduction he's made. From the sideline, he opens the shoulder. Has he the distance? Has he the direction? Yes, he has. What a score by Tommy Ryan.
Tommy Ryan.
Lizzie Langtons will be happy tonight for Tommy. Referee blows his whistle. It's all over. It's all over. 4:23. 2:23. 1959 is a long time ago. Deb was president. Who was the Taoiseach who was last mass? We've had 9 presidents since, 10 Taoiseachs and 4 currency changes. But one thing has changed tonight. Waterford have finally beaten Kilkenny. Kilkenny have been so dominant, beaten Waterford on 9 occasions in the last 10. But tonight finally is Waterford's day and no one will begrudge them. Final score 4-23, 2-22. Derrick's heroes have done the business.
The big match on WLR. Now you're hurling. Lorna Porca with Tomás McCarthy on WLR.
Thanks to PwC Waterford.
Well, delighted to say that all-star forward Maurice Shanahan is on the line to look back on Waterford's first win over Kilkenny since 1959 in the 2017 All-Ireland qualifiers. Maurice, when you look back at that game, supporters got great enjoyment out of beating Kilkenny in a knockout match. And was that one of your most memorable wins in a Waterford shirt?
Yeah, Tomás, definitely. It was a long time. 58 years, was it?
Yeah.
Since we went in Kilkenny, and to see the joy and the Waterford supporters, Tomás, especially, was outrageous for us. The joy we brought to ourselves, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, we were doing it for ourselves, Tomás, number one, and then obviously the supporters after that. But the joy that was around inside the dressing room after that night, we'll never forget it, Tomás. It was the 20 minutes after the game inside the dressing room was absolutely unbelievable, because what we done. But I suppose we had to kind of, after that, Tomás, we had to pass it because there was nothing won, So we did. We definitely enjoyed it, though, Tomás, because all the hurt we suffered through Kilkenny over the years, and to see all the joy on our families' faces was absolutely brilliant,
Yeah, I know Derek McGrath said after the game, Maurice, that he wanted you to enjoy that win. He let you off to have a few pints. Can you describe the scenes in the dressing room after winning a big game like that?
I suppose any game you win, Tomás, there's always joy in the dressing room, but this was extra special, I suppose. We put a lot of work into it. The year before, Tomás, we were unlucky not to beat them as well, The year before, I think, we were unlucky not to beat them as well. So, the joy inside the dressing room was absolutely unreal. Lads that, the likes of Brick Wells there, for an example, he gave all his life to Waterford hurling. See the joy in that man's face. It was absolutely brilliant. Kevin Moore, even the young lads that were even starting out, Tomás, that would have watched Waterford getting beaten to Kilkenny down through the years. It was absolutely fantastic. And like you said there, Derek left us out and enjoy it. So that meant how much it meant that we were left out that night to enjoy ourselves, because normally Derek wouldn't do that, but after all the years of hurt, it was absolutely fantastic, and it was great. It was we were all buzzing inside the dressing room.
Great stuff. And was it just a relief, Maurice, just to get that Kilkenny monkey off the back, because they had beaten you in semi-finals in 15 and also then after a replay also in Semple Stadium in 2016 as well? Yeah,
Tomás, it was more relief than anything, Tomás. Like you said there, we lost in Hurling the previous year. Unfortunately for Páirce, the ball just dropped start. Come 2017, then he was deadly from place balls, and it was delighted for him as well because of the agony the year before. But I know, Tomás, it was the hurt we suffered down through the Kilkenny teams down through the years, and even the likes of Dan there and being a part of a selector, Tomás, he would have suffered as well with the likes of Kim McGrath and all them people, and we done it for all them, Tomás. At the end of the day, we done it for the Waterford people, and we brought a bit of joy back to them after all the years suffering to Kilkenny, I suppose.
Maurice, you finished that night with a goal and 3 points to your name, the goal in extra time, but you started that game on the bench that night. How did you feel about all that?
To be honest with you, you won't be happy, Tomás, not starting games, I suppose, and I suppose you have to back it. When the team is named on the Friday night, Tomás, I suppose, the 15 lads, you have to back them 15 lads, Tomás, because some days I would have been on the 15 and they back you, so you'll be disappointed coming home there on the Friday night, obviously, Tomás, because you're training to be on the team, but coming home, when you wake up Saturday morning, you have to refocus and think of the team. And I think the one thing under Derek, we always thought of the team, Tomás, and that's just the way Derek was. He drilled it into us. And at times, Tomás, when the team was named on a Friday night, you could have words with Derek, but Derek was great, Tomás. He told why maybe, or you might agree, but you just have to pack it and be a bigger person and drive on and help the team come that Sunday against Kilkenny, or come any Sunday when you're not picked, Tomas. All you have to think about is the team, because they think about you when you're starting, and you have to back them as well when they're starting, you know. And especially with Derry, it was always the team. So, yeah, Tomas, it's obviously disappointing not starting. And I didn't even realise it was the 69th minute before I came on, Tomas. I was looking back at it last night, and yeah, even thinking there, the 69th minute, I would have been disappointed not to be on before that. But again, you couldn't leave it get into your head, because you had to do the best for the team when you were called on. And even I got a free Tomas to win it in normal time, and it was wide, so it was great to come back and get 1-3 after that in extra time, you know. So if we lost the game, it would have been a different story, you know.
Yeah, like you talk about that free, Maurice. It was a difficult one. I was right behind it. I was on sideline duty for WLR that night. I was right behind it. It was a difficult one. Like, you're only on the field a couple of minutes. Was it a tricky one after being on for a couple of minutes?
Oh, definitely. And to be honest with you, Páirce was flying on the field, Tomas, but I think he got cramped or something, because the injury the year before, as well. Páirce got cramped, so unfortunately he had to go off. If he was on the field, he probably would have slotted it over the bar, because of the form on that day from Place Balls. He was unreal. And unfortunately he was gone off, Tomas, and I don't think I was even after touching the ball, but what came into my head before I hit the free, I didn't touch the ball in the league final against Clare one year as well. I came on late, and the same free, and I was thinking back to that situation, and against Clare I went over, but against Kilkenny, Tomas, the minute I hit it, I actually knew it was gone wide, and I was like, oh Jesus, what are we going to do here? To be honest with you, but thankfully it all worked out. I said to the boys in dressing, Tomas, all I wanted was an extra 20 minutes, you know, so we were laughing about it after, but thankfully.
Can you describe the mood in the Waterford dressing room ahead of extra time, Maurice? Because you were 8 points ahead in normal time. I don't think you scored for the last 15. Did any doubts start to creep in at that stage?
I think we were 7 points up in the 53rd minute, Tomas, you know, and people will say we were kind of home and hosed, if you get me, but against Kilkenny, Tomas, you're never home and hosed, and to be honest with you, they died on their feet, they absolutely died on their feet, and when they did come back into it, I suppose Derek was great at full time. He said, what happens after happenings, you know, we have to refocus now and work like dogs, and to be honest with you, all the lads geared themselves up, and we did, like we said, we were going to win the match, and to be honest with you, I don't think we would have come out of hurling that evening losing. To be honest with you, the focus that was in everyone's, even lads that didn't contribute on the field, even inside the dressing room, they were brilliant. You know, lads coming around, gearing lads up, and I suppose in years under Derek, that's what it was all about, helping each other, Tomas. And to be honest with you, everyone geared in behind each other, and we drove on, you know.
Yeah, and like Jamie Barron really drove on an extra time, Maurice. Like, he really went to town, 1-2 in that first period, and like the goal was a crucial score just before half time. It was a kind of a 2-on-1 situation. You kind of peeled off to the left, and he kind of played a dummy hand pass before he finished it off. Were you expecting a pass from Jamie at that stage? Jamie
Barron was outstanding that day, you know, and the confidence he showed was unreal. I suppose the run he made in Tomas, I was thinking he would have passed it, but Barron probably done the right thing, because I said the Kilkenny defender thought he was going to pass it to Tomas, so he didn't actually go fully.
Yeah.
And Barron gave the dummy that he's brilliant for, and he sold the Kilkenny defender, and once he got past him, Tomas, he wasn't going to miss. And Jesus, you'd be delighted for Barron, because he was outstanding that day, Tomas. He was all over the field, like everyone that played their part. But like Barron was exceptional, Tomas, to be fair to him.
Then 3 minutes into the second period, Maurice, yourself and Patrick Corran, you were 3-on-2 against the Kilkenny defence, but you managed to win the ball back off Páirce Welch and finish it to the back of the net. What do you remember about that score?
Yeah, like you said, Tomas, I watched a bit of it back last night, and to be honest with you, it was 3-on-2, you know, and all I remember was Páirce Welch was trying to pick up the ball, I think, and I went to kick it. I kicked it, and it went in front of me. And the minute I got it into my hand, Tomas, there was no one. The only fella I could see in front of me was Owen Murphy, to be honest with you. So I said, just keep running here. And I got in, and I think, I said to myself, if I was going to swing Tomas, I probably would have got home. So I had to kind of tennis style bat it into the net. But again, the minute I hit it, I was too close to probably too almost for him to block it, to be honest with you. But thankfully I connected perfect, and it went in past him, and I suppose kind of then the joys just set in to us to see the Waterford people up in the terrace there and just running up, jumping up in the air, showing them the crest of the jersey to us. That's what you dream of when you're a kid, and it was absolutely brilliant to us. I suppose we thought still wasn't over, but the goal gave us a bit of a lead, you know, a bit of a cushion to us, and it was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, like your celebration, Maurice, was very similar to your big brother Dan. In Munster finals down the years, like, can you describe that feeling to the listeners of scoring a goal like that in a major championship game?
It was absolutely unreal. It was probably one of the most important goals I got, because against Kilkenny, 58 years of hurt, I suppose, and it was to us like Dan got a goal in 2010 Munster final, I think, and to be honest, he kind of went up to the fans as well behind the goal, and to be honest with you, I kind of done the same thing when I got it, and it was actually, they're magic moments to us. You'll never forget, them moments, especially with the lads we sold it with for years, and it was absolutely fantastic to us. You dream of it as a kid growing up. You'd be out the backyard and talking through games, saying you're John Milan doing this and doing that, but to be there yourself to do it to us, it was absolutely brilliant. And I suppose my mother and father and all the family up in the stand, all the Waterford supporters, it brought great joy to all them, you know.
Did you feel it was game over, Maurice, once that ball hit the net?
Yeah, it probably crept into the head all right to us, but if you said that around, the minute I got the goal again last night, you seen on the telly, they went to the sideline and Derek was pointing at the head to the back, you know. He was pointing, key focus, so Derek McGrath never thought it was over until the final whistle, and I suppose you can't think that either. But again, as Tommy Ryan got 2 points after that to us, Brian O'Halloran won 1 or 2 frees, the impact of the bench. Again, 2 great. Everyone off the bench made an impact, and Patrick Hunt got a point as well, you know. So it was a team effort to us, and even the lads that didn't play on the field, that they gave everything, like pushing lads in training. We always gave it 100%, so we did, and it was great to get over the line finally, I suppose.
And you went on that year, Maurice, you beat Wexford, beat Cork, and eventually lost to Galway in that All-Ireland final by 3 points in Croke Park in September. Do you think back often on that year and on what might have been in terms of winning an All-Ireland?
Yeah, you would, Tomas, I suppose. With the COVID there's a lot of matches on TV, you know, and I suppose the Galway game was on there a few weeks ago, and I actually never watched it before that, and I sat down on the couch there, and I did watch it, Tomas, and it was hard to watch, you know, because I think we had chances. I had a chance just after half time for a goal, Tomas, and Callanan blocked it inside the Galway goal, and I suppose I don't think I'll watch it again now, Tomas, to be honest with you.
Right.
After watching it once, and it was still we still had chances probably to win the game, and we probably gave Galway a lead at the start as well, Tomas, but to be fair to the lads, we battled right to the end. I think Galway went 5 points even more up on us at one stage, Tomas, and Kevin went up the field and got a goal to bring us back into it, and like the thing under Derek, we never gave up, to be honest with you, and we fought to the end, but unfortunately Galway were better than us on the day, you know.
God, it would be great to get those championship days back, Maurice, when you see what's happening at the moment with the COVID-19 lockdown, and like we won't have any GA activity probably until July 20th at the earliest. Like, do you hold out much hope at the moment of lining out for Lismore later on in the year?
Yeah, Tomas, I suppose it's kind of hard at the moment to see where we're going, you know, because with the COVID thing, but in my own head, Tomas, I'm training myself, obviously, and I want to be ready for a club championship, and until I'm told otherwise, Tomas, until I'm told that there won't be championship in 2020, I keep tipping away myself and hopefully be right when there is championship and get back into the playing fields and do what we enjoy doing, you know.
Yeah, obviously the weather is glorious at the moment. Maurice, what type of work are you able to do on your own at the moment?
Yeah, Tomas, I suppose all I'm kind of doing is some cardio work, running there, be running the roads there, and actually got mad into the cycling as well. So
very good.
And that's good. That's good for the legs as well, Tomas. So I just keep tipping away myself and kind of 4 or 5 days a week, Tomas, to be honest with you. But it's great for the head as well, going out and stuff. So I keep doing it until I'm total otherwise, Tomas.
Absolutely. Well, Maurice, keep up the running and the cycling. Great to talk to you today. Thanks a million for your memories on that 2017 win over Kilkenny.
No bad, Tomas, so man.
What an epic, wherever you're listening. Australia, the McCarthy family. In Cambodia, Stephen Lanigan and Cathal Nugent. And the US, Brian Luby, Michael Maher, Noel Murray in Australia. I hope you're enjoying as much as we are. Ball from the puck out, goes to Philip Mahoney, crashes into two Kilkenny men. It's outside the 45, but now it's gone inside the 45 with Lester Ryan covering across at Noel Connors. Super play by the man from Passage, known for a ferry, but they're known also for a man with two All-Stars, and that man is Noel Connors. But the ball goes straight now into the head of Jerry Aylward. Disappointed not starting, but now he's trying to make his impact. 1.5 minutes gone of the 10 of the second half. Ball won by Waterford. Kevin Moran is back there. He wins it and sends it long. Looking for unders here is Buckley and Gleeson. Two joints of the game. What a battle. As the ball goes forward for Kilkenny outside the 45. Walter leaves it for Conor Fogarty. He likes to come forward, but ball beaten to him by Dara Fives. Dara sends it live, dropping inside the 45. The Kilkenny 45. Ball is with Morris. He's gone inside the 20. Morris has a chance. Yes!
Oh,
Maurice Shanahan failed to get it on the first attempt, got it in the second. He stared down the eye of Owen Murphy, crashes to the back of the net. 4-19, 2-19. Gucci has the black and amber flag up in Lismore. Not sure if it's Lismore or Kilkenny.
It's Kilkenny,
but he's their
no
sponsor.
Gucci.
But what a goal, what a finish by Morris. What a finish, Shiner.
Oh, absolutely, and he had a lot of work to do, but it was great work back in defence by Philip Mahoney. I was harsh on him earlier on. Brilliant what he did there.
We are blue and white. We are WLR.